What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla. This is my review of the Diamond Select Toys Bruce Lee in his yellow tracksuit action figure. Alright, my zillions, courtesy of DST. We have this really cool Bruce Lee figure. Not too many of these around, you know. SHF did a couple of them. There's a couple of, like, Storm Collectibles statuettes and some older stuff that I don't have, but I have the ones I mentioned. So it's really cool that DST is doing a line of Bruce Lee products, including gallery statues, Venomates, Minimates, the Deforms, all that stuff. And I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, so I jumped at the opportunity to be able to review this. So I really thank them for sending over this figure, and I hope to do more of these in the line because it's just cool. Bruce Lee is a hero of mine growing up. I loved watching his movies, and just recently, because of this figure, I finally showed Ultrazilla Jr. some Bruce Lee clips for now. You know, he's still young. Gotta watch what I show him. But yeah. He loved everything he's seen because dude moves like a superhero. That's what he was telling everybody this past weekend. So it's very, very cool to have another action figure in the house to play around with and to collect. So awesome stuff. Let's get to the review. Let's start off with articulation because every Bruce Lee figure needs a good amount of articulation. The head is on a ball joint, a double ball joint on the neck and the head, so you get a decent range of motion. Then you have this ab joint here. You get motion in front, not so much in back, but back, side to side is fine. Then you have the waist joint, which works fine. You do have a butterfly joint here, but I can't really get it to move too well. You see that there, the little cut in there? I can't get it to move too far, and I don't want to break the figure. It might need some more heat. I did apply some heat. Just as a note, I did have to apply some heat to some of the joints just to free them up a little bit. So just be careful there. Then hinge, swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep. I think I'll try to do a little more in here because it should move a little bit forward. Both sides, unless it doesn't move and I'm wrong, it should move a little bit forward. Then you have a double jointed elbow, and a car is like skidding out outside. You have hinge swivel at the wrists. Then you have a split here, really high kick, which is good, and I'll show you why in a second. Goes back. This has a drop down joint in there. How awesome is that? So you get extra movement for your Bruce Lee figure, extra range, which is very nice. He should have all the range in the world for his legs, and he does, which is awesome. You got a swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee works fine. Then you got a nice rocker, look at that, really good, and a hinge. And I like how they worked this joint into looking like the socks. I think that's pretty slick. So pretty nice articulation. Again, I think this butterfly joint should move a little more freer. I just can't get it to do so. You guys let me know if you have this figure, if you have a problem there. But otherwise, I think it works pretty well overall. Taking a look at this figure on a whole, we'll do the accessories last because I feel like that's what really makes this figure is the accessories. It looks pretty good. The body is a nice shape here. I do like the overall sculpt of the body. It looks pretty good. You got the nice yellow tracksuit. It's a good yellow. You got the black piping, which looks pretty good, all up and down and around. So that looks nice. I do like the body shape. As you know, like, you know, Bruce Lee is really cut up, but you really can't see it under the tracksuit. But you get some hints of it, and that's pretty cool. I do like it. The arms look decent enough. I feel like they could be a little more cut up because he was just like, bam, cut up all around. But the musculature all around looks decent enough. I do think it's fine. There's little sneakers look good. So that's awesome. And then the head sculpt, this is where, you know, you might have some beef. But I think I do think it's a little off with this particular head. I do like it with the other head. We'll see that in a moment. But what is going on here is you're not really getting the digital painting of these faces here. You're definitely getting, just the straight paint on them. And that's where, the difference lies, I think, in making it look more realistic. And that's fine because, sometimes you can have more toyetic figures of characters and not have the exact, likeness. I feel like this is fine for what it's trying to do. Like the facial features are Bruce Lee there, which is good. And the hair is right, and it, nicely painted face and hair. Nothing is out of place, which is good. The eyes are looking the right way and stuff. It's just the likeness is like, where you could have a bone of contention if you're not understanding what they're doing here with it. It's definitely not a photorealistic one, but it's more traditional in terms of, toy making when it comes to this stuff. But then you get to the alternate head, and man, that looks awesome. I really like it, even though it is still toyetic. I think this really reminds me of Bruce Lee a lot more, and this is the head I will be using for this figure because I just think it looks cool. It's his screaming head, I love it. I really do. And again, the paint is very good. By the way, this figure sculpted by Gentle Giant, so it's a really good sculpt overall, for sure. I think if the faces were digitally painted, I think it'd come across. But man, I do like this face no matter what. I think it's awesome, and the teeth are painted well, the tongue is painted well. So yeah, this one really, really does it for me, and this is the one I will definitely be keeping on him. So as far as hands go, on him you have this right here, rock and roll fingers. It's not rock and roll fingers, but like he's got the other one of that. Then he's got two fist hands, and these are all sculpted well. All the hands are sculpted really nicely. And then you got a more open palm like that one. And then you got two holding hands because he does come with a bunch of nunchuckers. There you go. There goes one. But yeah, two holding hands that we're going to be taking a look at. We might as well swap it out now. Swapping the hands are very easy. Goes in and out really good. So there you go there. Bruce Lee is ready for some weapon action. And first up, we have the standard nunchuckers. Looks good. Yellow, black. You could put it in his hands. And put both holding hands in. You can get a bunch of cool poses. Maybe you could do underneath the arm there. That would look awesome. I really like that, actually. That's really cool. And then we have two variants of the nunchuckers. Here we have one with this effect part, which looks really cool. It's just clear, kind of dark black plastic, and the way, it's doing kind of like a swoosh across, which is very nicely done. I think this is a very cool idea for a weapon with an effect part. Very nice. I really like that a lot. That is very awesome. And last but not least, holy Moses, we have this awesome effect part. Really big circle here with lots of. We need a little Pink Ranger help here. I don't know why Pink Ranger helps. Of course, I wish I discovered that a while ago. Pink against pink. Who knew? Tricking my camera. This looks amazing. It's a million little... It's not a million, but, it's a lot of nunchucks, flicking around really fast with the other side here. One that he could hold. That is amazing looking. And, he would just hold it there. I feel like he's got the best grip on this one. You put it in front. And there you go. That is super slick. I really do like that one a lot. Very nice job, DST. For your size comparisons, here's Bruce Lee with the SHF Broly, the Lightning Collection Pink Ranger, Batman vs. TMNT Raphael, DC Essentials Batman, 1000 Toys Hellboy, Andre the Giant, Storm Collectibles Hot Ryu, Storm Collectibles Bruce Lee, the Articulated Icons Monk? I forget what this guy's called. But he's definitely their Bruce Lee tribute. The SH Figure Arts Bruce Lee. And ending off with the tracksuit version from SHF. Very different, obviously different scales, different paint jobs, so it's cool to have a variety of Bruce Lees in the collection. And just to show them all together, here they are. I think that's pretty cool. And yes, I do consider the Articulated Icons one part of this little subset of my collection. And my final thoughts, I do like this figure. I think it's pretty cool. Like I said in the review, it is not a photorealistic Bruce Lee, but there's room in my collection for a more toyetic look for Bruce Lee here. And I do dig it. I really like his accessories. You know, this screaming head really makes it for me. This really cool nunchuck effect is awesome, as well as this one. They're both very, very nicely done. And you get a bunch of hands, so I dig it. I think it's a cool piece, and as a Bruce Lee fan, I am very glad to have it in my collection. So I do want to thank DST for sending this out to me for review once again. And I hope you dug this review. Let me know your thoughts below, and if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Buy me a coffee on Coffee if you dig what I do. Become a zillion today. Till next time, peace out, peeps.